Welcome everybody to the Captain Scott YouTube channel. I finally got around to opening up the website. Guess what it's called? AskCaptainScott.com. So same as the YouTube channel. It sounds like the same thing, but it's a different thing. What I've got on the website is two different sections right now. One's a communications section, and the other one has to do with flight training. The flight training portion, that is basically everything from takeoffs and landings in all the conditions you can imagine: soft field, short field, normal takeoffs and landings. Most of those videos, you'll get the information that you need to get through your flight training, but again, it's a work in progress, so I will be reshooting those over a period of time. The communications section has to do with what you need to say to talk on the radio. So let's say, for instance, you're taxiing out of here and you need to talk to the ground controller because he owns all this area around here, right? There's two guys in the tower. One's the ground controller, one's a tower guy. Tower guy works the runways, ground controller works from the parking spot out to the runway. That's how that works. So the communication sections goes over all of that. There's about, I think, 3 or 4 flights in there that are in detail just specifically about communications and what do you need to say to these different controllers when you're talking to them. Hopefully that is enough to make it clear to you. I've also created a cheat sheet that basically you're just writing down what you need to say to the controller, and it's very self-descriptive, and again, you'll see it on the website. So hope you stop by. I hope you like it. It's imperative that you're interactive with me and letting you know if you do or don't understand information on that, because that's the whole thing, is the communication between you and I, and making sure that I'm conveying this information correctly to a way that you'll understand it. So again, if there's anything you don't understand there, let me know. I'll reshoot it or send you an email and we'll figure this thing out. I'll be including in the flight training portion of the website is I'm getting into the business of doing the ground school, because I've bought 3 of them so far, and I've been looking at them, and it's everybody standing in front of something, you know, a blackboard or a screen or even an exciting airplane, but they're basically reading these regulations to you or these rules to you and how stuff works. Sometimes you have to stand in front of a board to do that to be able to get the point across, but basically the first shoot I'm doing, and I'll have this uploaded in a couple days, is I'm starting with regulations, because again, there's regulations to fly, right? It's fun, so it's going to be regulated. That's just the way it works. But what I'm doing is there's a lot of regulations about the use of seat belts, about what I need to have on myself as a pilot to fly. What does the airplane have to be in terms of certification and maintenance? What needs to be checked or recorded for this airplane to be airworthy, so I can take it into the air, right? So there's some things involved in that. Then again, you're getting into the airplane, and there's all sorts of regulations when you're flying around. Just look at today, there's some clouds. Well, how close to those clouds can I go? You know, do I have to be a certain distance from them? Can I go through them? Well, no, you're a private pilot, so you don't have an instrument rating, right? So don't do that. But there's regulations in different types of airspace about how far you can be from clouds. There's all sorts of rules that are in that thing, right? Okay, so, and then another thing is, you know, when you're flying along, if you're flying over a populated area, how high off the ground do you need to be? Can you be 200 feet off the ground and buzz your friend's house, or is there a certain height, right? So these are different regulations for flying into different kinds of airspace, and so I'm actually going to teach those regulations in the airplane when we're flying, because it's just, it's applicable to what you're doing, right? Instead of me just standing in front of here and just telling you and reading you the rule and think that you're going to learn it. It's the most boring thing, and it's difficult enough to try and get through the written, so I hopefully can make it a little more interesting. So that's it for now. Yeah, so pop by the website, HTTPS or whatever it is, Captain Scott, AskCaptainScott.com. So hope you like it. Sorry it took me so long. All right, see ya.